Alright guys, so in this video we'll talk about frequency. And frequency is the number of crests that pass by in a certain amount of time. Okay, so we've already learned that the guy in this situation here, it takes 2 seconds for him to be on the crest of this incoming wave. It takes 2 seconds, all right? So we're talking about frequency. We say that he experiences one crest every 2 seconds. That's the frequency, okay? One crest every 2 seconds. And frequency can vary depending on wavelength. Now remember, wavelength is the distance between the crest of two waves, all right? And wavelength relates to a period as well, all right? So a period is the amount of time that it takes the crest of one wave to reach the crest of another wave, all right? Notice that another definition of a period could be the amount of time that it takes the crest of a wave to travel an entire wavelength. Okay, so this crest goes from here to there. That's the period, and it's also the distance, the wavelength distance. So a period is the amount of time that it takes the crest of one wave to travel an entire wavelength. All right, and the size of the period or the size of the wavelength can affect the frequency. All right. Now, check out the differences in wavelengths between these two wave scenarios. All right. So, in this wave scenario, we have a long wavelength. The distance between the crest is longer than the distance between these two crests. Okay? So when the distance between crests is longer, as you can see here, you have a lower frequency. These waves are coming by less frequently than these waves. Okay? So long wavelength means low frequency, and a shorter wavelength means high frequency. All right, let's talk about period. So the amount of time that it takes the crest of this wave to reach the crest of that wave is longer. It takes more time than the amount of time that it takes the crest of this wave to reach the crest of that wave. All right. So this is also saying that a long period between crests means that you're experiencing a low frequency situation. Okay? So if the number of seconds between crests is high, if it takes a long time before you go up and pass another crest in a wave, that means you're in a low frequency wave scenario. All right? See how these are inverse? All right? More seconds, a larger period of time, means a lower frequency. Remember, inverse means opposite. So if one's high, the other one's low. This has a high period of time between waves, and that results in a low frequency. Down here, we have a small period of time between waves, and we have a high frequency. You could say a small period of time between waves here, which results in a high frequency. Small high or short high. Those are opposites. Okay? So it's an inverse relationship between the period of a wave and the frequency of a wave. Now let's take a look at energy too. Now which one of these do you think has more energy? Well, it's this one. This scenario here is presenting waves that have more energy than up here. So we call this the high frequency scenario. So when you have a high frequency, you have high energy. When you have low frequency, there's low energy. Okay? So imagine this. Imagine if my hand were interacting with these waves. All right? So with the high frequency situation, my hand is getting hit by the face of these waves a lot more often. Boom, 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 boom. Than the situation up here. See, boom, space, boom, space, boom, space, boom. Okay? So the higher the frequency, the more energy that the wave has. The the smaller the period, the greater the frequency, and the greater the period, the smaller the frequency. All right? So to summarize, in print, take a look here. If you have a long wavelength, you have a low frequency and low energy. If you have a short wavelength, you have a high frequency and high energy. Now, that's sort of a lot of information, but we'll go over these things multiple times more. So go ahead and check out the review sheet that I posted and complete your review sheet based on what you learned from these videos.